The Radar RD6. Geely's new electric pickup truck, a new electric pickup truck brand. Well, it's been officially released in China. And I've got to say, there's some really good things, some okay things, and some things that aren't exactly my cup of tea. So what's the good? What's the okay? And what's the not so good? Well, here are the specs. We finally have that information. And I have to say, the absolute best thing is the price. The price is incredible. I have no idea how they can possibly make this thing at this price. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers and welcome back everyone else. Fantastic to have you here. My name's Sam Evans and I'm located right now in Melbourne, Australia. Now, if you want to come and see me present in person or actually have a chat with me, you can in, I believe it's April of next year on the Fully Charged show. I plan on attending that. So that will be awesome. That's going to be in Sydney, I believe. And in the US, there'll be one in the US as well, which I'm hoping to attend also. The Radar RD6, is it even coming to our markets? Is it even worth looking at these specs? I have no idea. In fact, no one knows. All I know is Volvo are saying that they want to get it. Volvo is saying, well, it's under the Geely family of cars. We exist under that family. We could sell this car like they do with Polestar. So yes, it is theoretically possible, definitely 100% theoretically possible we could get this car. It would cost a little bit more than this, but it's definitely possible. So this is not a car that's like we're saying, oh, this is just some Chinese car, don't just ignore it. I do believe it's more than likely it will go on sale in our markets at some point. I don't know when that's going to be, but I think it will happen. In China, the price is $24,600 for the base model, which is a very good price. Now, once again, the media are just telling porky pies on this, telling lies, essentially saying it's as big as a Ford Ranger. It's not. It's nowhere near as big as a Ford Ranger. It's a much lower riding vehicle. It's actually shorter, significantly shorter. It's narrower. It's less tall as well. It's really nowhere near as big as a Ford Ranger. It's probably about 10% smaller, which is significant, maybe 15% smaller. Pretty significant difference in terms of size. That said, it's still really, really good for the price. There is a model of this car which has 632 kilometers of range. I think real world range, you're probably looking at about 550 kilometers. What's that? About 380 miles. It's going to give you a pretty good range. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Now, the power of this vehicle, 272 horsepower. It's got plenty of power. And even the base model gets 272 horsepower. But there is a drawback to this vehicle. But first, the Radar brand, it's a brand under Geely. It's aimed in China at young buyers living in big cities who like to go to the beach or the mountains on the weekend. And Radar plan on launching 4 new cars, including an SUV, a smaller pickup truck, a large SUV, and an ATV. So how big is this pickup? Well, Radar has said that it was actually designed by Geely's British Modelling Centre and that it looks a little bit like the Geely Hayu. Now that vehicle is actually a sort of medium to large SUV which starts at $20,000 US in China. Unbelievably cheap, but it's a gas powered vehicle. So first of all, sizing. Well, the size of this, it's 5,260 millimeters long, 1,900 millimeters wide, and 1,830 millimeters tall. Wheelbase is 3,120 millimeters. Now, Car News China and a bunch of other publications are saying that's very close to the Toyota Hilux. It's not. For the comparable Hilux and Toyota Ranger, they're both around just over 5.5 meters long. So they're both quite a lot longer, quite a fair bit bigger, but it's still a decent size. It's not a small car. And the interior of this vehicle, while it's a clone of another car that Geely sell, who cares? The interior looks really good. I love it. It's probably one of the most stylish interiors of a pickup truck I've ever seen. And think about it. I mean, it's got 2 12.3 inch screens, one for the driver, one as the infotainment screen, and that's for $24,600. I mean, that is truly amazing. What's even more amazing than that is it has 72 different interior color lighting options. I think it's ridiculous, but if you like purple colors and pink colors inside your pickup truck, you can turn those on. However, one really good thing about this vehicle, the bed has 6 power ports. So 6 power points in the bed, and they can supply up to 2,000 watts each. Geely said that's enough to supply 5 household air conditioners. So if you had your power go out at home, this would be almost the perfect vehicle. If you got the model that is more expensive than this with the bigger battery pack, this would be awesome for that. One big drawback about this car though is it only comes in a rear motor configuration. There's no dual motor option. It's really not a vehicle you'd take off-road. I mean, sure, maybe you drive on gravel roads, but nothing major, no real off-roading because there's no dual motor option. There's no front and rear motor option, just rear wheel drive. So battery pack options. Now this is what I like about this car. You actually have 3 different battery pack sizes. The smallest pack is a 63 kilowatt hour pack, which that's the $24,600 option. That's the downside. You're really probably going to get range of about 300 kilometers, maybe 200 miles from that battery pack. That's a pretty small pack for the size of this car. The next pack though, that's not bad. 86 kilowatt hour pack. And Geely say that that'll give the car a range of 550 kilometers. Now I highly doubt that, but you might get 450. Geely say the smaller pack will give you 400 kilometers of range, but that's extremely optimistic. The big pack is a 100 kilowatt hour pack, and Geely say that one will give you a range of 632 kilometers. I'm thinking more like 540 to 550. However, it appears as though the base model battery pack, so the car that costs $24,600 is actually a lithium iron phosphate battery pack. I'm thinking it might actually be CATL's new structural battery pack, because Geely are using that new structural battery pack in the Zeekr 001, and that has their new M3P batteries. Could this be the first car to have the new M3P battery? It very well could. Same company, same sort of battery supplier. It would make a lot of sense. And if that's the case, you never know. It actually could be a much lighter vehicle than what we thought, because those new packs actually significantly would reduce the weight of a car. Now the bigger battery pack options, the 86 kilowatt hour version and the 100 kilowatt hour version, they use an NMC pack. But those nickel, manganese, cobalt packs, they could actually also be the new Kirin battery from CATL. I don't know. We'll find out very soon. If they are that new battery, then those ranges actually could be possible and could be realistic. Personally, I do believe this car will be sold in other markets. Do I believe it's going to happen next year? No. There's going to be way too much demand in China for the actual production capacity next year. But I do think that what's going to happen is Volvo dealerships, they're going to be pushing Geely for this car. They're going to be saying, we want it. Our customers want it. The price is good. Give it to us. Come on, give it to us. I think we're going to see it in Western markets within the next couple of years. And yes, it will be priced affordably. However, would you be interested in one of these? Let me know your thoughts. Now you know the specs. Now you know that there's no all-wheel drive. It's a rear-wheel drive. The prices are good. It could run, you could use the battery pack to run your home, but it's not really a traditional pickup truck. It's more of a low-riding vehicle. It's not what we're used to, but it could work for a lot of people, because most people don't even take their pickup trucks off-road anyway. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on the next video. Bye-bye.